And we are back with another episode of Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered. I'm Coach Jace, always with me, Coach Rob. And Coach Rob, I'm a little bummed. You crushed my LSU segment here.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So Coach Jace came in here. Coach Jace came in here today.
No hints.
Okay.
No hints.
Coach Jace came in here today, fired up. All right, he's ready to talk about something, and I didn't get the memo apparently.
You also didn't get the memo to have a drink ready.
Yeah, well, we were debating on drinking beer or not, and
as you can tell, we're not.
we decided not to because both on diet. I'm actually down I think maybe 5 pounds, and which is good. But I got 6 weeks to lose 20, and I'm on. It's already been 1 week.
That's you're well above average right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's good. You're down 6. I'm down 7. We're out here losing weight, doing our thing, drinking water, and talking baseball.
Yeah.
But there will be no LSU talk today.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Because of Coach Rob, everyone. I came in pumped up. You see, got Tigers jersey on. Can't see yet because I'm not in that camera.
Well,
but,
I mean, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, it is what it is. However,
next episode.
There's some big news out there. We are 1 day away from January 15th, which means less than a day, which means Roki Sasaki, the sweepstakes will begin. He, according to his agent, is down to 3 teams. The Dodgers, of course, the Padres, of course, and the Toronto Blue Jays. Down to 3 teams. Coach Rob, we're going to break it down here. Where does he fit best? What kind of numbers can he put up? Why he won't, why he will sign with these certain teams. And then we're going to go into a little Breggy news, do a little fit with Breggy, and a little fit with Pete Alonso.
Yeah, almost like a player profile, if you must. It's basically what we're going to do with all 3 players today. And it's going to be a good episode, but not as good as next episode because LSU baseball is coming. And that's what we originally said, by the way, was one more episode of MLB.
Everybody listen to the last episode. Y'all can vouch here. If we didn't have MLB news, we were talking LSU baseball.
It wasn't in last episode. It was after we got done recording, and it was just me and you sitting there bullshitting.
It's in the last one. Watch all hour 22 of it. It's in the last one. All right, Coach, switch them cameras over. Let's start talking a little
I did.
MLB baseball here. Roki Sasaki, we're a day away. The sweepstakes are underway. He's back in the States. He had met with the Dodgers today. It is the 14th, the day before the signing period opens. So the signing period has been open, but the 15th is when the money that MLB allots teams for overseas players, international free agents, essentially, they can start the pool revamps. Right. So you essentially start with your entire international bonus money that you haven't traded away, haven't lost in certain draft picks or signing people. So tomorrow, that opens up. All teams that's still in this are roughly the same number. It might be a couple 100,000 here or there. That's not making or breaking Roki Sasaki. You guys, 23 years old. We broke him down 2 episodes ago at the end. We started with him last episode. We're starting with him again this episode. This guy's a stud. All right, 23 years old, 6'2", 187 pounds, got 102 in the tank with a wipeout slider.
What's his position listed as?
Pitcher, starter.
Oh, I'm over here thinking he's a fucking outfielder or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, look, it's not a good day today. Okay, I'm just gonna apologize in advance. Today, it's just not a good day. I did shoulders today, fucking killed me. Right, did legs yesterday, fucking killed me.
Jeez and Pete.
I'm hurting right now, bud, and I apologize. Okay.
All right, well, I need some help here. I need
Look, okay. So look, he already met with the Blue Jays and already met with the Padres. He met with Dodgers today.
Yep.
All right. So out of those 3 teams, where does he fit? Right? Where does he fit best? You put him in the rotation. Put him in with Yu Darvish.
I was about to say, what team are you thinking of here?
Padres.
Okay.
I'd love to see him with the Padres.
Yep.
You could put him in there with Yu Darvish. You lost Ha-Sung Kim, so there goes his buddy, right? Also from South Korea. In that starting rotation, you're looking to trade away C's, right? You're looking to get rid of people. You're looking to drop payroll. So why would you pay this guy the amount of money that they're talking about paying him, right? So I'd count them out. Okay?
Well, it's the thing about the international money is it's really not a lot. I mean, Hyson Kim that signed with the Dodgers at 3 for $12.5 that we talked about last episode.
Right.
That's the kind of money we're going to be talking about here. It's not going to be a lot. We're going to see a 3-year deal, 4-year deal at like 17, 18 million.
What about Yamaha? He signed for a lot last year, huh?
Yes, but he's over 25 and spent more than 9 years in
MPB.
Yeah, Japan League. So there's rules, okay?
Right,
so if you're not Yamamoto, the same thing happened with Shohei when he came to town.
Right.
He signed very small contract because he didn't have 29. He wasn't 25 or older, and didn't spend the 9 years of professional baseball over there. So that's like the two requirements to start making real money, like we saw Yoshinobu Yamamoto sign for last year, 12 and 325. You have to be 9 years of international professional baseball, so NPB, Japan League,
Mexican,
what was the other one that we said? KBO.
Yeah.
You got to be 9 years or 25 years old. Shohei wasn't that when he came, which is why he signed a young deal, a small deal. Hyson Kim that signed last week with the Dodgers that we covered. Not same situation. Roki Sasaki, same situation. He's 23.
See, I was under the impression that you couldn't leave those leagues until either after 25 or 9 years of service.
No, they can. So the team, if you want to come here, if you want to come to the States, play MLB baseball, you can. Major League Baseball, MLB baseball.
Major League Baseball?
Yeah, Major League Baseball. The team can release you, essentially. They are getting paid out. I don't remember what the percentage of, but whatever the total contract is in numbers, that team gets paid a percentage. So I don't know what it is. I want to say it's like 30 or 40% or something like that. So let's just say for quick math, he signs for $10 million with the Dodgers, right? The Dodgers would then have to pay. Let me see who'd he come from over there. I'm not gonna say it right, but Shibo Lati.
Okay.
There?
The team he played for in South Korea.
They'd have to pay him $3 or $4 million if it's that 30% or 40% or 50%. Like there's an allotted number that's due to that team. So they do have the option to let you test the waters if you want to, which most of the time they're not gonna say no.
Okay.
But Sasaki, man, he's from Japan.
He's from Korea, isn't he?
No, Japan.
Oh, he's from Japan, but he played in the KB in the.
He played in Japan.
Oh. No.
You can do it, bud.
Who the fuck were we talking about last episode? Where it was like
the KBO.
But
that was Hyson Kim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get confused.
Yeah, me too. It's fine. So Roki Sasaki gonna be 23. Just made 23. Yep. Just made 23. This is a guy. 10 and 5 last year, 2.35 ERA. Strikeout to walk numbers was 4, so every 4 strikeouts had 1 walk. Pitched 111 innings, 129 Ks. Really good numbers. Don't give up homers. The last 2 years combined, he's pitched a total of 212 innings. He's given up 3 homers.
So this brings me back to, right, so he met with the Padres. I don't see him going there. I see him being a good addition to the Padres, but if they're trying to get rid of people and they've already lost Profar and Kim, I'm not sure what the hell they're going to do.
Yep.
So
we see their other superstars up for grabs too.
Right, exactly. So then you go to Toronto. Mm-hmm. All right, what the hell are they planning on doing? We don't know, but they signed somebody.
Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah, they just signed Jeff Hoffman, but they need more than that. They need help. You got Vladdy, who's
on his way out.
Yeah,
Bo Bichette on his way out.
Yep.
Declining George Springer.
Yep.
Dalton Varsho has not been the guy you thought he was going to be.
If you want to just come to the league, go to the Blue Jays. But if you want to come to the league to win, your third option, team you met with today,
The Dodgers.
Dodgers. And Dodgers have the money, apparently, to spend. I mean, like you said, it's international money, so it's not much.
Yeah, it's not going to be a massive deal. And, I mean, they got all of his boys there. Hai-Sun Kim just signed over there. Yamamoto's there. Shohei's there. I mean, we just go down the list of guys that they've been successful with. The problem with the Dodgers and why he might not sign there is because so let's go there, right? Why he might not sign in certain places. We talked about, you mentioned the Padres and how they're trying to get rid of everybody. So he might not sign there because, early on when he was talking about coming over here, it was, I don't want to be the headliner guy, right? He don't like the media attention. This is all from sources out there. Don't like media attention. Don't like this. Don't like that. It was originally reported that he wanted to be in a not big city. So a lot of people started throwing out the Blue Jays because they don't get the national attention being in Canada,
right?
That the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Padres, and those teams get. So some people were throwing out the name freaking the Rockies because he didn't want to be a part of a big market team essentially.
Right.
I never saw that happening. I didn't believe that. This dude's not coming over here at 23 to be on a small market team.
No,
it's not happening.
Just kind of thrown to the wolves and just get destroyed. I mean, I don't think he'd get destroyed, but I think it'd be 1-0 games and they'd lose because they allow one run and their team can't score runs.
Yep.
Especially if he goes to Colorado or if he goes to Chicago White Sox or if he goes, somewhere. He needs to come somewhere where there's people that he can talk to, people he can learn from, and this. I hate to say it, but this Dodger team seems like it's the best fucking fit.
I mean, it does. Look, why they might not get him is the specific reason that the Dodgers haven't been able to keep pitchers healthy. Okay, it's just a fact. We saw Buehler go down, Tommy John. We saw Gonsolin down. We saw Kershaw didn't come back until August this past year. Dustin May. Glass now missed the last 3 months of the season.
Right.
I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on about the guys that they can't keep healthy. And look, this is not just a Dodgers issue. This happens across the league. But the Dodgers, for whatever reason, seem to have a heightened injury list when it comes to pitchers. Every year. Landon Knack. Who was the other one that went down? I can't think of who the other guy was. But, I mean, you're talking about these in this is a guy that's already dealt with injuries this past year and missed some time this past year over in Japan because of some shoulder injuries.
Which is rare in Japan.
It is.
To see arm injuries. I mean, as far as we know, we don't really do too much research on, MPB and KBO and all, but it's rare to see injuries in any of those international leagues.
Right. Dude, who is this other pitcher I'm thinking of? He went down at the very beginning of the year.
For Dodgers?
Yeah. Gavin Stone. That's who it was.
Yep.
Freaking Gavin Stone, man. I mean, these guys, they've gone down at a bad rate. And you look at a team, I mean, I hate this for the Blue Jays. All right. I would love the signing to the Blue Jays would be great, but I hate this for the Blue Jays because they're in the running for Shohei. Miss. They're in the running for Soto. Miss.
Who wants to go live in Toronto, dude?
They're in the running for George Springer. Got him, and he hadn't looked like George Springer since he got there.
Yeah.
Bo Bichette on the way out, as we said. Vladdy on the way out. But here's where the team can say why you should choose us at 23 years old as a pitcher. You're going to be signed on a 3 or 4 year deal. At 27, at the height of your career, you're going to be gone. But establish yourself in a healthy track record like we've done with a ton of veterans that's pitched for the Blue Jays. Robbie Ray, Kikuchi, Galsman, Barrios, Bassett. All of them have been healthy whenever they've pitched at the Blue Jays organization.
Yeah.
Now, none of them came up in the Blue Jays organization. This ain't a guy that's coming up. He's not in the minors. He's not going to start in the minors. He's in the bigs. They got a great pitching coach, Pete Walker, over there, and they've done a great job keeping players healthy. For whatever reason, the Blue Jays have great success with keeping pitchers healthy.
Yeah.
So that's the Blue Jays selling point there. As far as the Padres selling point goes, I mean, look what you've done with Yu Darvish. You know, we've had success with Japanese pitchers coming over. You got Darvish there, who's a stud.
Yeah.
You know, but as we said, Cease probably gone before the start of the year. If not at the start of the year, some point in the year he's gone.
So they're like the Blue Jays in a sense to where they haven't had much arm injuries either.
Yeah.
That's the two selling points for both of those teams, and then the Dodgers' selling point is, hey, we are going to win.
Yeah.
Like we're going to win a lot of games,
and we got a bunch of your friends here.
right? So,
and you're not the guy everybody's looking at.
Correct.
We went out and got Blake Snell.
You'll be the 5.
Yeah, we got Blake Snell. We got Glasnow coming back.
We'll sign you to a minor league deal. How about
we
that?
got Yamamoto coming back. Oh, by the way, there's this guy, I don't know if you've heard of him, Shohei Ohtani. He's going to pitch this year.
Yeah.
He's back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, and we also got Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, too. Like, hey, take a seat. You'll be the 8th guy people talk about. And you just come out here, be 23, throw 102 with a wipeout slider, and let's do our thing and win another championship.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
You know, but
yeah,
dude, it's crazy. I mean, you look for the Padres standpoint. Darvish is getting up there in age. Darvish is going to be, what, 36, 37? He's 38 years old. I mean, this dude is getting up there. He's still nasty.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was like 31, 32.
Joe Musgrove, you're going to be missing this whole year with Tommy John.
No, okay. So, yeah, it's
okay.
one arm injury they have.
Cease, trade block. We've already talked about it.
Right.
So, you're going into this year with a superstar in MK. Me and you both love Mike King.
Yeah.
Love Mike King. He's a dog. Okay? And Darvish as your 2, and then does Cease stick around? If he does, he's your 1, and then everybody else moves down to 2 and 3. If he doesn't, then MK becomes your number 1, and Sasaki slides right in at 2 with Darvish at 3. And then what after that? Who knows? You got an established closer in Robert Suarez, but guess whose name is also on the trade block as of today? Robert Suarez.
Oh, that's the guy. Yeah. I as much as I don't want him to go to the Dodgers, we've said it all offseason. We've said it all the time. Keep being bullies. Offer him whatever you can, whatever you're able to, and go ahead and get it. Right? Go get him. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever you can. Have Shohei talk to him. You know, whatever.
Yep.
Whatever you got to do, right? Man, it's just frustrating to me. I wish these 3 teams weren't his 3 teams.
Yeah.
Like I wish it was like Braves, Pirates,
Cubs.
Yeah. Not even. Fuck Cubs.
Ace.
Reds.
Give the A's a bona fide ace.
Right.
Reds. Reds don't need the pitcher.
Everybody can afford it.
Yeah,
It's international money. It's international money.
Everybody can afford it. Every team is allotted the same amount, or roughly the same amount of money, and then
why these 3 teams that are his final 3, I don't know. Maybe they took him to one of them clubs where the nasty women are. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on in Toronto, San Diego. I live there, and I've been to the other stadiums. So if I'm him, I'm picking San Diego, but that's just because I know what the environment's like there. I know the fans get behind them. The Dodgers fans, if they're losing, they're not exactly encouraging them.
Right.
So it's a little tough in that area, but I would pick Padres if I was him, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you kind of gotta pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, so
I'm not 100% sure.
Essentially, we're going to have 8 days starting tomorrow, and I do want to clarify a couple of things that I was talking about. So, Sasaki's under 25, as we mentioned. He's 23 here, according to FoxSports.com, and has not played. He's under 25 and has not played 6 seasons. I was saying 9 earlier. Okay. It's 6 in the NPB. He's classified as an international amateur and limited to a minor league contract So it will be a minor league contract, but it'll be in the majors. Subject to international signing bonus pools, which range from, we're just going to say, $5.1 million to $7.55 million. Starting Wednesday, teams can make trades to increase their signing bonus allotment by up to 60% from their initial figure. I don't know. Let's see if I can scroll down some more and see if it says what the Dodgers' initial figure is. I don't see that on here. Let's see. International money, MLB. 2025. According to Baseball of America, the team's sitting at the largest, $7.555 million. Reds, Tigers, Marlins, Brewers, Twins, A's, Mariner, Rays. None of those teams are in this. Okay? The next set of teams are at 6.9. None of those are in there. The next set of teams, there's the Padres and the Blue Jays. Next set of teams is at 6.2 million, and the Padres and the Blue Jays are in that group. The Dodgers can offer the least amount of money, 5.146. Them and the Giants have the two least amount of international pool money to offer. But again, $1 million when you're going to make 40 here in a couple years.
Yeah,
he's not swayed by that money.
Right.
If he was swayed by that money, the Dodgers would be out and he'd be down to 2 teams.
Oof.
So, and plus Shohei can be like, bro, I'm making 70. I'll pitch in $1 million for you. Like,
yeah. How about this? I'll throw $1 million on a bet for Ohio State to win the national championship, and then if I win it, you get that.
Shohei did it.
Yeah.
So
Shohei did it.
Yeah, Shohei did it. Yeah, dude, Sasaki, man, I tell you what. Gosh, the best fit for him is the Padres, I think, because they got some young, some older talent on that team. The Blue Jays, I just don't see it. He's going to go rot over there in the Blue Jays because Gaussman's old. He's getting worse. Bassett's old. He's getting worse. They're going to lose their 2 superstars next year, and he's going to be the main guy, which he already said he didn't want to be.
Right.
I don't see that happening. And I'm like you. I see him going to the Dodgers. It's hard not to. I mean, you got Sho, you got Yamamoto, you just signed Kim. I mean, you got everybody there. This dude can literally take a backseat, be the 8th man that the media wants to talk to after you do your initial signing. You just sit back in the shadows.
Oh my God! What if Ipe?
Oh God!
Comes back to be his interpreter.
I think he's banned from the league.
Oh, okay. That's about right.
But
hey, look, before we get to our next guy, let's take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead. We're going to pause it, ladies and gentlemen. Here, take care of something, and then we'll be right back after our quick commercial. And we are back. I apologize for that. I'm doing laundry right now. Very unprofessionally, but hey, it's how the cookie crumbles. You know what I mean? So, anyways, back to it. Our next guy today, Alex Bregman.
Yep.
We've heard rumors that he's coming to our Boston Red Sox. I'd love to see him there, but there's other spots I'd love to see him land too. Had a little bit of a down year last year. Had a good second half though.
Mm-hmm.
Bregman is what's known as I would say like a 3-tool guy. His speed isn't all there. It's good, but it's not.
I give him 3.5.
He's not stealing fucking 30 bases a year.
Yeah, no.
He hits for average. He hits for power sometimes. All right, so that'd be the half for me.
See, my half would be the average.
He's going to give you.
I'll take 25 homers and call that a power guy.
He's going to give you 25 homers a year. All right, he's going to give you that. Okay, I'll call that a power guy. So that's one. His glove.
Yep.
It's fucking another. He's been playing the hot corner for how long now?
Well, he won Gold Glove this past year, so
Right. But I'm saying arm-wise. Arm-wise.
Strong arm.
He's very strong arm.
So that's 3.
Right? So that's 3. So then...
And my half is
So your half is average.
average.
So it's power, fielding, arm, average speed. I wouldn't say his speed. His speed is, if anything, you combine a half speed and a half average and make it 4.
Yeah, well, you don't even do that. I mean, over the last 4 years, he has a total of 8 stolen bases. So he's not a he's
not a stolen base threat for sure. He's absolutely not. But it just, I don't know. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him fit in with the Red Sox. I don't know why I'm reaching like this.
So that'd be a fun one. I know. I was wondering the same thing.
Don't worry about me.
I don't know what you were doing.
But look, he's also a good fit for the Tigers.
Yep.
Okay. Dark horses, maybe the Mariners, maybe the Mets.
Not the Mariners.
Nationals, Royals, Yankees. Definitely not happening. Angels, Athletics, Braves, Brewers, Cardinals, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Giants, Guardians, Marlins. Nope.
Yeah.
Orioles, Pirates, Padres, Rangers, Rays, Reds. Anyway, so it's those teams is definitely a no. Right.
Yeah.
So unlikely, not happening. I mean,
Right.
This is all according to MLB trade rumors, right? So I like the dark horses because it's plausible on paper. Dark horses, and those are Mariners, Mets, Knights, Royals, Yankees. Okay, Yankees. Let's talk.
Are they really a dark horse?
For Bregman?
Think about what do the Yankees need?
To kick Jazz off the team?
Yeah, but what do you need though?
They need first baseman.
If there was after everything they've done in offseason, if there was 3 positions that they needed, what would it be? Think about the current construction of their team, right?
First, short, second, unless you put Jazz there.
Okay, then what do you need? Because where was Jazz at?
Jazz is at third.
Okay,
So you need first, third, short.
so the you don't need first. You got Goldie now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so you need in left.
Then you got Jason Dominguez.
Okay, so you just need middle and third.
No, not middle. Shortstop's Volpe. That's locked.
Okay, so you said 3 positions.
Yeah, there is 3, and I'll explain why there's 3.
Okay, you lost Soto, so you need a right fielder,
Judge,
center fielder.
Bellinger. But yes, center field is the other option. Because if Goldie has another bad year, Belly goes to first, center field's open for who? Jazz,
Right.
who's played there in Miami.
Right. And now you got second and third open.
Now you got second and third open. No matter what, you got either second or third open because Jazz is going to play one of the 2 to start the year.
Okay.
What has Bregman come out and said he wanted to be?
Second baseman.
Or he's willing to move to second, stays at third.
Right. I don't know. If I'm Bregman, I'm wanting to play shortstop.
That's not happening.
Why not?
It's not happening.
Why not?
It's not.
There
isn't a team that's out there that needs a shortstop that wants Bregman to come be their shortstop.
Who's that shortstop that got caught at the casino for the Nats? C.J. Abrams?
Yeah, Abrams.
Okay. Not the Mets. Not Mariners. They got J.P. Crawford there.
The Mariners are out. They're not spending the money.
Okay. No, I mean, that's fair.
The fact that they're even a dark horse is ridiculous because they're not spending the money on him.
On paper, dark horse.
Yeah, no.
Tigers.
Great fit.
Get rid of Javi.
That's MLB's betting favorite to get Bregman.
Is it? So here's your what MLB trade rumors calls known or likely suitors. They're listed alphabetically. Right? So Astros, Blue Jays, which don't make sense to me. Phillies, Red Sox, and Tigers. Go ahead.
The Blue Jays make a lot of sense. They don't make sense, and this is why I believe he hasn't or won't sign with them, is because everybody's looking at the Blue Jays, like we've said a million times, like any other baseball talk show has said a million times. You're not willing to lock up your best 2 players. And they're both free agents after this year. Why would I sign with you long term?
Right.
And that's it. That plain and simple. Plain and simple.
You're not going to win the division.
Yeah, you're not going to win the division. You're not going to make
no
the
matter
playoffs.
who you sign. You could sign fucking Willie Mays. I don't know.
Right now, you're 5th in this division.
Right.
The Rays are better than you. The Red Sox are better than you. The O's and the Yankees are easily better than you.
Correct. So what is your plan if you're the Blue Jays? Because they're going after all these people. And also, what is the issue with the Blue Jays that we just talked about with Sasaki? What's the issue with the Blue Jays where they are missing out on all these people?
Yeah, I don't.
What's going on with Toronto? What is wrong with Toronto? Is Drake fucking pulling his meat out again? And
it's the Drake curse.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, Toronto, you got a chance. So, like Shohei, for example, you had a chance to not only be the face of MLB and the face of Japan. You already had the United States behind your back. You could have went to Canada and had 3 countries at the tip of your finger.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the issue is. Is it that? Because I mean, here's the problem that I got with the Blue Jays. You were willing to spend $700 on Shohei. You were willing to spend $700 on Soto. You got a 25-year-old Vladdy over there who's arguably the best hitter in baseball. Dude hits 320 with 30 homers. Like, this is an absolute stud, and you won't go above 350?
He's going to be worth every penny he's going to get.
And you won't go above 350.
Right.
And you know what? Sure, he's not the best defender, but he's shown in the past he can play first, he can play third, he can DH. You got 3 options with this guy. You're not getting a Gold Glover at any of these positions.
Yeah.
But you're getting a dude that can absolutely slug it. Throw him right into the 3-hole every single year, and you can count on 320, 330 with 30, 35, 40 homers.
Now, what if they've been offering him like extensions and shit, and he's just like, nah, I don't want to be here?
They did. They offered him 350, and they said no. They said they're roughly $100 million off. He wants 450.
This is.
You were willing to go to 700 with Show and Soto, but not willing to go to 450 to keep your own superstar.
Well, this is the reason why I wish MLB had a salary cap.
Yeah.
Right? It's for this reason and this reason only, to where you can get this guy to stay, right? But you offer him the max amount of money that you can offer him, and he can't
Want more.
Right, he can't want more because that's as much as he's going to get anywhere else. So then you get guys going, okay, I'm gonna go where I want to go, not who's paying me the most.
Yep.
Because at that point, I mean that's a perfect example right there. Like, you can get him to stay, but you got to offer him $100 million more to stay. No, absolutely not. I hope he has a shitty year this year.
He's gonna still get it. He's 25. Look at Soto. He's a career like 273 hitter or something like that.
Yeah, I hope he hits like 120. It's just ridiculous.
So I don't see the Blue Jays in it. I mean, the 2 teams from the beginning of the offseason that we heard Bregman was Red Sox, Tigers, right? Rafi's not the best. Let's talk about Red Sox for a second. And I kind of explained it to you earlier before we started. Rafi's not the best defender, but you've come out and said he's your starting third baseman this year. So, okay, fine. You got 2 guys in the minors, Christian Campbell and Marcelo Meyer, that's almost ready. They need a little bit more time in AAA, in the minors. Okay? So, Rafi stays at third. Bregman plays second this year. Story at short, Costa at first, Massa in the DH spot, right? Next year, when you're hopefully able to get rid of Massa's contract, $18 million contract, Devers and his bad defense goes to DH. Bregman slides right back to third base. Campbell or Meyer plays second, and Campbell plays the outfield with Roman Anthony because you're able to trade.
You're looking to trade Costas though.
No,
not anymore.
Well, you're talking about right now.
Yeah,
I'm talking about next year.
No, I'm talking about right now. Like, if you don't have a first baseman to start the year, like, you have to put Devers over there.
Yeah, and then you put Bregman at third.
Right.
It's easy. But say we keep Casas because that's the way it looks right now.
Okay.
Next year, you get rid of Yoshida, Wilyer Abreu, because you're going to be the Red Sox have a good problem. Okay, you got Story locked up for a few more years. You got Grissom for 5 more. You got Casas for 4 more. Devers for 12 more. Duran for 4 more. Rafaela, who they said is going to get the majority of time in center field this year, for 6 more, and Wilyer for 4 more, I think. So you got all these guys, but yet banging on the doors. Top prospect, Roman Anthony. Next top prospect, who's an outfielder, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Next top prospect, Marcelo Meyer, who's your middle infielder. Story's got 3 years or 4 years left on his contract, so he's not going nowhere. And outfield / third base / second baseman, Christian Campbell. You don't have room for these guys right now. And you're not going to for the next 4 or 5 years unless you make some trades. And those trades in my book are Massa, because then you put Rafi at DH. Campbell or Bregman, if you sign him, goes to third, and then it opens up second base for Campbell or Meyer. And then Wilyer Abreu is also part of this trade with Yoshida because he just won Silver Slugger as a rookie. Not Silver Slugger. He won Gold Glove as a rookie. Hit .262, I think. Got plenty of upside. Now it opens up an outfield spot for Campbell to play, or Roman Anthony is who you're going to play first, and then Campbell plays the other outfield spot, and you put Rafaela on the bench. Because Duran's definitely staying in the outfield. He's too good. But you got a great problem to have. And I think that might be why they're hesitant to sign Bregman. Because next year you get rid of Wilyer and Yoshida. Rafi moves to DH. Campbell's at third. Marcelo's at second. And Roman's in the outfield taking Wilyer's spot. And there's your 3 guys. They're no longer blocked.
Okay, so you think Detroit gets him? I mean, it's from what it sounds like Red Sox are going to be interested again.
I think the Red Sox end up getting him. But the reason I think that is because Detroit's not going to overpay. So what they're going to be scared of, another bad Javi contract, right? Not going to overpay.
That's fair.
Okay. The Red Sox have set their number at 5 years. Bregman has come out and said he wants 7. The Red Sox aren't budging on that, and there's no team giving Bregman 7, or he would have took it already.
Right.
So the longer this plays out, the better for the Sox it is.
Right.
And you know what? As far as this year goes and next year, the Sox need a 4-hole that's just a freaking winner. Whether that be Teoscar Hernandez, who we talked about a lot, whether it's Bregman, you need a 4-hole that's going to hit 270 and 25 homers. Put somebody behind Devers that can keep them safe to where they have to pitch to him. Kind of like the whole Soto and Judge thing this past year. Now, granted, Devers and Bregman are not Judge and Soto. Let me clarify that real quick. But you need somebody that teams are forced to pitch to. And personally, I would love to see him as a Red Sox on the 5-year deal. I think that's a great deal. If they do it for 7, I hate it. If they do it for 6, I hate it. If you do it for 1, I love it. 1 through 5, I love it.
Okay.
Anything over that, horrible move.
Bregman's what, 32, 33?
I think he's 30.
He's 31. I put it up on the board. I forgot about that.
Okay, he's going to be 31 at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Well, at some point in the year. He's 30 years old, 290 days. So in 75 days he'll be.
Okay. Yeah. So, let's just hypothetical here. Phillies shop Alec Bohm.
Yep.
Right?
I love this.
Phillies shop Alec Bohm. They trade him. They find a deal. And they're going to go after Bregman. But the day they shop Bohm, Bregman signs with the Red Sox. What's Philly's next fucking move?
They still keep Bohm out there.
No, but
Philly
they traded him.
Yeah, Philly hadn't been.
But I'm saying they trade Bohm. Mm-hmm. The day they trade Bohm, They're like, fuck yeah, we're going to get Bregman. Bregman signs with another team.
Yeah, but Philly hadn't been in on Bregman at all yet. And, I mean, we heard as soon as the season ended, Cassidy and Bohm were on trade block.
Right. So they would essentially sign Bregman first before they would trade.
I would say, yeah, if that's the route they want to
go.
If
that's the case, right?
Yeah, if that's the route that they wanted to go, yeah.
Okay.
You sign Bregman first.
So is he going to Tigers or Red Sox? You say Red Sox.
In my opinion, I think Red Sox, just because the longer the offseason drags on, the more he's going to have to figure out a spot to sign. Welcome, dogs, into the podcast.
Yeah, why don't you go close that door, bud?
All right.
I think Mama's home.
The more he's going to have to sign, and the Red Sox aren't budging. As long as you don't budge and the other teams aren't overpaying that you want,
yeah,
you might as well call a place home for 5 years instead of 1 year, and you do this again next year.
Now, is that where you think he's going, or where you'd like to see him go? Where would you like to see him go?
So I said a few episodes back, it's probably been more than a few now, but I said a couple episodes back, I want to see him stay in Houston now. That option's completely off the table. You got Altuve at second, you got Pena at short, and you just traded for Isaac Paredes at third base.
Correct.
And you signed Christian Walker at first. There's no room for Bregman on that team.
Correct.
So that is completely not happening.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not. But where I'd love him to see is to be back in Houston. You've won there. You came up through their system there. You got drafted there. They developed you. They grew you. They essentially raised you. You got to see everything, and you got to win there. You got to beat on trash cans there. You got to see coaches get fired, coaches get suspended. You've been through everything there except losing.
Yeah.
The only thing you haven't done in Houston is lose. The fans love you. The team loves you. You and Altuve are the last of the dynasty team, essentially, that had the Springer, Altuve, Correa, Bregman, Verlander. You know, you're the last one of that because Altuve is staying for good. He's going to retire in Astro.
Yeah.
You're 30, man. Go back home.
Well, so here's the thing. We all knew at some point they either had to sign because they let Correa walk, Springer walked, and so they either had to re-sign. They could only do one. Mm-hmm. They could only do one, and it was either going to be Altuve or Bregman.
Yep, and they said that.
And they said that. The world said that. And we, personally, would have all liked to see it be Bregman. I'd like how they re-signed Altuve or extended Altuve, whatever the fuck they needed to do. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm not torn up about it, right? But you got to keep both these guys.
Yeah.
You got to. Now, with that being said, I don't give a shit if he goes back to Astros or not. I mean, obviously, it's out the window. I don't like it. I think he'd be better elsewhere. I think let him go get a fresh start. I'd like to see him with the Tigers. Just I understand, right? The last big contract you gave was Javi, and Javi wasn't doing shit. Okay, I think, in my opinion, Bregman can not necessarily take Javi underneath his wing, but hey man, let's go hit. Hey man, let's go hang out. And maybe get Javi back going. And if Bregman can get Javi back going, this team is nasty. If we can get old Cubs, Javi Baez, one that hits off of Amir Garrett, hits a walk-off fly ball off Amir Garrett, and just starts fucking sweeping the broom on the way to first. If we can get that Javi Baez back instead of 50 Cent throwing the first pitch and he's swinging at it.
Oh, what a great thing to see.
If that, dude, this Tigers team could be disgusting.
No, they could. I mean, this Tigers team is really good. You got the Cy Young winner on that team, best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion.
Right.
I think Tariq Skubal from the left side throwing 100 with 4 pitches is the best thing that this game sees from a pitcher. And not to mention, you go out and you sign Glaber.
Right.
1 year, 15 or 17 or 8, whatever that was. To lock up second. You got Colt Keith, who you moved from second to first.
Yep.
Which I think Torkelson is the guy that you really keep your eye on if you're the Tigers, because he was supposed to be the next best thing.
Wasn't he the number one pick out of Arizona State?
Yeah, and hasn't been. You got Javi at short, as you said. If you get any form of good Javi back, if you get 250 out of Javi with 17 homers, is a great year.
Yes,
you're very happy with
comeback
that.
Player of the Year.
Yeah, you got
Jace Award.
You got Jace Jung at third base at 24 years old. This is a guy that missed a lot of last year. He only played in 79 games, but when he's healthy, he's really good. All right, and then in the outfield, you got Matt Vierling, who everybody's extremely excited about. Dude's an absolute stud. Parker Meadows in center, Kerry Carpenter in right field, and then locking up DH is Riley Green. This team on paper has really good options. If Torkelson could figure it out with the bat and take over the DH spot, and you could put Riley Green in the outfield for, I guess, Kerry Carpenter. I really don't know who you put him in for, because Parker Meadows is a beast, and Matt Vierling has so much upside, it's ridiculous. I guess Kerry Carpenter, even though you really like Kerry Carpenter here too. I mean, it's another guy that's only 27 years old, played last year, 18 homers, hit 284. In how many games did he play in last year? Let's see.
He played in a lot.
In 87 games, this dude hit 284 with 18 homers. You multiply that by 2, that's a 36 homer season. That's a dude that you want in the lineup.
Yes.
So I'm saying you create a big – if Torkelson can get right, you create a big problem.
You need Torkelson and Javi.
Yep. Now, how does it get easier, right? Javi continues to be shit. You put Colt Keith at short, and Torkelson's at first, and Javi's on the bench instead of Torque on the bench.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that option too, but you're not doing that to start the year. You're giving Javi his shot. He's the highest paid person on your team. He's getting the opportunity first. If he gets off to a bad start, okay, we start talking about internal options to make this team better.
Yeah.
And A.J. Hinch, the manager of the Tigers, has already said he's going to have to earn and keep his spot. Javi, that is.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's I hate to see it. You hate to see a guy like this go from what he was to what he is now.
Yeah.
I used to love, you go look up Javi Baez highlights and just watch him make no-look tags.
Yeah.
You watch him just hit nukes and pimp the shit out of it. Like, he's that guy that kids would watch and be like, oh, shit, I want to play like Javi.
Yep, 100%. No
right?
doubt.
So, but
him swag and everything.
Him not being who he's supposed to be hurts a little bit, right? Hurts him a little bit.
Yep.
Hurts MLB a little bit.
Yeah.
So
because you got a big contract guy that's not performing up to that contract, which does what? Puts the scare in every single team and owner to not give out that kind of contract to a guy.
Well, it's a risk you got to be willing to take. And that's with anybody.
Yeah. No, it definitely is.
Right? They signed Shohei to $700 million, not knowing if he's ever going to be able to fucking pitch again.
Yeah, and you signed Juan Soto as a career 273 hitter to $765 million.
Thank you. Right? So
who's going to become a DH here in 2 years because his defense sucks?
Yeah, and by the time his contract's over, he's going to look like Bartolo Colon. So that's, I don't know.
You know what's funny about this is I said earlier in my little rant that I had, what Bregman's been through. You've been through coaches getting fired, coaches getting suspended, banging on garbage cans and doing this and doing that. The two teams that's the odds-on favorite to land Bregman are the Red Sox and the Tigers.
Yep.
Guess who the coaching staff was on that World Series team that got accused of banging on banging on trash cans?
Cora and AJ?
Yeah.
No shit.
They both got suspended.
All right.
That's your two guys that's in the running here. So, all right, so just real quick, where do you want to see him with the Tigers, right? That's where you want to, not where you think. That's where you would like to see him?
No, that's where I think he's going.
Okay.
I think he's going to the Tigers. I'd love to see him come to the Red Sox. But I'd also love to see him go to, like, the fucking Pirates or something. Like some weird-ass team, like some team that's not on the list. If we're saying hypotheticals here, like, I'd love to see him go to the Mariners.
Oh, 100%.
It'd be 100%. Great, but they're not gonna pay the money.
Yeah, no, they're not.
So where I think he's going to Detroit. I hate to say it, but I think he's going to Detroit.
Okay, so you think he's going to Detroit. Where would you, if you had to pick one team of where you wanted to see him? So I picked Houston of where I wanted to see him, and I think Red Sox is where he's going to go. just because of the whole contract stuff. So you think Detroit is where he's going to go? What's the one team you would want him to go to?
I'd like to see him go to the Red Sox, but a lot of shit has to play out first, right? I feel like you almost need to get rid of Costas to get him. And I don't want to say that, but
yeah,
I feel like that's what needs to happen in order for you to go get him. In order for the Red Sox to feel comfortable to go get him, that's what needs to happen. Otherwise, they're just going to be hang the banner, interested.
Hang the banner.
Right? So, the deal, I don't know. I was looking at teams, the Nationals. That's the team I'd love to see him go. I'd love to see him go to the Angels to replace fucking
Rendon.
Yeah.
No, they're
fuck,
cursed.
You know?
I'd like the Nationals. That's a good sneaky pick right
there.
I like that.
The Nationals go pick him up, and he go be with Cruz, and they talk about the LSU days and this and that. Like, sure. And then all of a sudden, Gavin Dugas gets hauled up, which I doubt it, but hey, we'll see. His signing, Gavin. I don't know if you remember what Gavin Dugas's signing bonus was.
I don't.
$25,000.
Yeah.
I think
I'll take a $25,000
signing
slot bonus right now.
He was slotted. His slot was like $200,000.
Yeah. I'll take a $25,000 signing bonus right now.
Yeah.
All right.
But look,
speaking of a guy that's going to get a signing bonus, when he eventually signs, the last guy we're going to talk about tonight, Big Meat Pete Alonso, 2-time home run derby champ, rookie of the year, 4-time All-Star. Pete Alonso, at 30 years old, won't be 31 until the end of the season, until after the season, actually. Dude, this is so, like, I don't understand why people are not interested in a 30 to 45 home run bat. I don't get it. At 30 years old, I can understand if he was 36. But, I mean, this dude's 30. The last 4 years, he's hit 37, 40, 46, 34 homers. I mean...
Yeah, but average-wise, what are we looking at? Is he like another Ryan Howard to where he almost, like, he either hit a nuke or strike out?
No, he's better than that. 2023 was a very down year average-wise, but starting in 21 here, 262, then 271, then 217, and then last year back up to 240. Okay. With these home run numbers... 2022 led the league in RBIs. Can't forget his rookie year where he won Rookie of the Year. He led the league in homers with 53.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand why people don't want this bat. Sure, his glove's not there, but so what? Stick him at first base like he's been doing his whole career.
Is he asking for too much? Because he declined a $158 million extension.
He did decline that, yes. And apparently what has come out about Pete is that he has offered the Mets, and only the Mets, a 3-year deal that he would be willing to accept. These other teams he's looking at like Bregman is, 6 to 7 years. And, I mean, we're so far into the offseason. If teams were going to offer you $6 to $7 million, they would have done it already.
Yeah.
I mean, not 6-7 million, 6-7 years.
Yeah.
They would have done it already.
Yeah.
And if there is one out there, another one's not coming swoop in 30 days out from pitchers and catchers reporting and sign you.
Yeah, I
don't know. This is a super tricky one. I mean, I guess if you're just looking at it strictly numbers wise, sure, numbers are down a little bit. 2022 is a 4.4 WAR player. 23, that dropped to 3.2, and this past year dropped to 2.6. So, yeah, his numbers are – WAR is down a little bit. Home run number went from 46 to 34. That's down. RBI numbers over the last 3 years went from 131, where he led the league, to 118 in 23, to only 88 last year. Strikeout numbers are way up. All right, that's pretty alarming there. Wow.
But so that's what I'm saying. So I'm reading right here. So his ground ball rate is the highest of his career at 42%. Okay, this past season,
which would explain why there's a dip in the home run numbers.
Right. Strikeout percentage, 24.8, was his highest since 2020. Okay, where they only played 60 fucking games.
Yeah.
And it's the second straight season which his number has risen. So his strikeout numbers are rising.
It's the fourth, actually. According to Baseball Reference here, 2021, he had 127 strikeouts. 2022, 128. 2023, 151, and this past year, 172. So 4 straight years of rising.
Well, his rising strikeout numbers, not percentage.
Okay.
So this is strikeout percentage.
Okay, got it.
So
got it.
His defense has been consistently poor through his career.
Correct.
Okay. And I don't know if you know what this is, but this is OAA, outs above average.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's, again, some nerd sitting in his basement fucking came up with this. I don't know what the number means, but it's a -9.
Yeah.
All right.
So essentially, that number in a vacuum is outs above average. So the average is 0, right? Pretty sure.
Let's see. Outs above average is a range-based metric of skill that shows how many outs a player has saved. Oh, yeah. So this goes to defense.
Yeah, it's defense.
Right. So prior to 2020, OAA was outfield only metric, but it has been expanded to include infielders.
Correct.
It's calculated differently between infield and outfield. But
so stupid.
So outs saved pretty much.
Yep.
Right. It's a -9. So he has saved -9 outs.
Right.
Right. So
yeah, it's
this past season it was -9, which is his worst in his 6 big league seasons. Right. So defense isn't good. He's striking out more and more. He's hitting a lot of ground balls, probably ground balls and double plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he don't have speed, so he ain't beating nothing out.
Right. Exactly. So what are you really willing to pay this man? This is the reason why he's not accepting anything, because they're not offering what he wants. But look, and again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You are worth what somebody's willing to pay you.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I can have a number of what I'm worth in my head, but if my boss doesn't think I'm worth that, I'm not going to get paid that.
There's a really good video of like people in like welding class.
Yeah.
And they make a weld, and their teacher comes up to them and is like, "What do you think that weld is worth? How many dollars an hour?" And he'll be like, 20. And he'll look at it, he'll inspect it. And if it's good, he'll be like, "Hey, I'll give you 28 an hour." And you're like, "Okay, thank you. I appreciate it." And if it's not good, and they're like, "Yeah, I want $30 an hour," he's like, "I can offer you 20. Like,
yeah.
You know, this is prime example here.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Right? Numbers show, and look, games not played on paper. I agree. But the shit that's on paper isn't good. Especially his last few years. Now, if he was in his walk year in like 21, sure. Like, give him the money.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not. It's 2024. It's 2025 now. He's not worth what he's asking. And I don't like it. You know, like let's see. Last decade, all right, and I'm reading this straight from MLB.com. Shout out to MLB.com. Last decade, first basemen were landing some of the biggest deals in the game. As Miguel Cabrera, he signed for 8 years, $248. Albert Pujols signed for 10 years, $240. Joey Votto, my boy, 10 years, $225. Prince Fielder, 9 and $214. They all landed a contract worth more than $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
That was between 2012 and 2016. Okay, Matt Olson in the 2020s, right? Now you get Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman,
yep,
who signed 8 years for 168 and 6 years for 162.
Yep.
So it's what it seems like is that the Mets offering him that $158 million extension, he should have took that shit.
Yeah, he fucked up royally.
He fucked up big time.
Yeah, especially because, look, if you're offering one team, like he's doing with the Mets, the 3-year deal and none of the other teams that might be in on you, that tells me only one thing. It tells me that's where you want to be. That's the only place that you care to be. And you royally fucked up by not accepting the big $158 million deal. And now that offer's not on the table because your numbers have steadily declined.
Yep.
And the numbers that you don't want going up have steadily gone up.
Yep.
So, dude, it's tough. I mean, it's not a good look. I mean, it's not a good spot for him to be. Look, he made $20.5 million last year. Is he better than Matt Olson at $22 million? No. Is he better than Freddie Freeman at $27 million? No. I mean, what kind of number is he going to be looking at here? Bryce Harper is the highest paid first baseman at 27.5, and he got signed as an outfielder at the time.
Correct. He wasn't a first baseman. They weren't signing him as a first baseman. It just so happens that he had Tommy John.
Yeah.
And had to play first.
I mean, what kind of number is he looking at? If you want to say he's right on par with Matt Olson, I think Olson's glove is a little bit better. I think his average is a little bit better.
Freddie's glove is 100% better.
Yeah, no, we're not comparing him to Freddie because Freddie's way better than
Right.
Pete. Let's see.
Matt Olson's home run numbers are up there, especially I think his first year with the Braves.
No, his second year his first year was a good year with the Braves, but his second year he led the league in homers and RBIs.
That's it.
Second year with the Braves, I don't know if I said that. If I said league or Braves, I don't remember.
Braves, yeah.
Second year with the Braves, 54 homers, 139 RBIs. Last year, 29 homers, 98 RBIs. Also he hit 283 that big year. He hit 247 last year. So, okay, average roughly the same. Home run numbers, roughly the same. Age, exact same. Okay, so I'm putting you in line with Matt Olson. I'm not going to go look at all the numbers like you got right there with him for Olson, but Matt Olson's $22 million. Okay, that's if I'm Scott Boras, like, okay, look, his numbers have been more consistent when it comes to home runs. So my floor is $22 million a year. You're not as good as Freddie Freeman, so take 27 and get that out your head because you're not getting that.
Yep.
So what are you worth? 24 maybe? $2 million more than Olson? No, because your glove's not near as good as Olson's. But I mean, somewhere between 20 and 24 has got to be the number. And if it's a short term, they've come out and said that, you know, they'll be willing to take or look at a short term deal like they offered to the Mets. That might be something that's 3 and 90 where he does get $30 million, which I think would be just absolutely stupid.
What's he looking at? 5 to 7. He's looking for something from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Let's just say he's what, 30.
Yeah,
let's
he's 30.
Say, let's just go 6.
6 at 25 is
times,
150.
Yeah.
And you pass 6 and 158.
20. Yeah, you're not getting anything more than 150. I don't care how many years.
Yeah, you're not getting $25 million a year. The only way you get $25 million a year is if you sign that 3-year deal and it's $25 a year and there's an opt out after every single year. That's the only way. Just like Bellinger did with the Cubs, except Bellinger was like 26 and a half, 27, something like that. That's it. You're not getting $25 a year for 7 years.
Correct.
Because you had that. You had over $25 a year for 6 years. You turned it down. 6 and 158 turns up to what? 20, right at 26 a year, 26 and a quarter a year, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you had it, and you turned it down, and now that offer's not out there anymore. Dude, $22 million. I mean, and I would be hesitant to give him $22 million a year, and that's the Matt Olson deal. So, when he signs, if he signs, it's going to be a short term, 25 high, higher. Typically, the short term deals have higher numbers on them. So that could get to 25, 26, 27. But if you sign for over 3, there's no way that number's 25, 26, 27. No shot.
No.
You're probably 22 million, 23 million.
All right, let's wrap this up. Where do you see him going?
Back to the Mets. I mean, he clearly wants to be there. The Mets are engaged. He offered the Mets a 3-year deal.
He offered them. Did the Mets say yes?
No. They haven't said anything yet. But that's where he wants to be. I think he's going to settle for way less than what he thinks he's worth.
Okay.
And he's going back to the Mets. Well,
he's a Florida guy. That makes It makes sense.
Where do I want to see him at? I want to see him in the middle of the lineup in Pittsburgh because they got the pitching. They got the young studs that's there. They need a big bomber. They need a 40 home run bat hitting 3-hole with O'Neal Cruz either before or after him in the lineup. I don't care where. And those guys just absolutely go to town on each other. That's where I'd love to see them. But
they go to town on each other
against others. I mean,
okay.
Calm down over there, good.
Sorry,
but I think he goes back to the Mets. I'd love to see him in Pittsburgh. I hadn't seen any reports that Pittsburgh's even interested because their owner's just too fucking cheap.
It depends. So if he wants to sign a 1 or 2 year deal, like if he does what most of them people do, sign 1-2 year deals, whatever, 1 year would opt out, or 1 year, 2 years would opt out after one or whatever. Go ahead and let the Giants sign him.
Yeah.
Right? But if he wants that 5-6 year or whatever, first of all, he's not going to fucking get it. But I'm with you. He needs to just go back to the Mets.
Yeah.
They got Soto. They got potential.
So you'd like to see him in San Fran, but think he's going back to the Mets?
I don't know. I don't know who the fuck's going to offer him this.
Look, dude, a 1, 2, 3, 4 of Frankie Lindor, Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Mark Vientos.
It'd be nasty.
We saw what Vientos did in the postseason. He had like 385 in the postseason. Dude was a stud.
But obviously, I don't know. I hate when players chase something.
I hate when players act like divas.
Yeah.
Don't forget where you came from. That's all I got to say to all of them.
Yeah, well, we don't forget because he came from Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't like Florida.
Don't forget where you came from. But I don't know. That's it. That's our takes here. We'll find out soon about Roki Sasaki. Hopefully soon about Bregman and Alonso too. We still got Anthony Santander on the board. We still got Flaherty on the board. You still got Tanner Scott and Carlos Estevez on the board as well. So multiple big names still out there. Profar that you talked about. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we get some news. We're about 32 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting, and MLB cranking back up. We are exactly 30 days away from LSU baseball. The Tigers are on the shirt here. You took us off that screen again, but it's all right.
Wait. There you go.
Tigers are on the jersey here.
Tigers are on the jersey.
And according to Coach Rob, we'll actually get to him tomorrow. This one is on this episode, even though if he or I said tomorrow, next time. We're going to go back and listen to the last episode because I know it's on there too, so it's fine.
It's not.
All right. All right, Coach, you got anything else to add? Why don't you take us out?
No, I'm good. Look, sorry everybody, I wasn't prepared today. Never really prepared, to be honest with you, but
I know I did a lot more talking this day. I don't like it.
I know. I'm trying to get better. My New Year's resolution was to get better at this, and ended up going to the gym instead and try to better myself.
It's good too.
Well, yeah, it is good too, but for this, it's not that good. But hey, we're getting big. Getting big, getting swole. We enjoy it. But no, appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank y'all so much. This has been Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered.